Good morning, passport holders. Today, November 30th, 2017, making today 1126 of the vlogs. And it's another kind of early morning start for me. In addition, it's super gray outside, so that's not the best, like, oh, let's go crush the day kind of weather, but it is what it is. It's going to still be a super productive day. I've got a ton on my plate, work-wise, that I need to get done, and so I'm going to try and tackle a lot of that today. Looking more and more like I'm not going out to LA this weekend, which I'm actually pretty pumped about because it means that I get to take the weekend to really get finished, unpacked, and then do a proper full clean on this apartment in its settled state. Obviously, I've been cleaning along the way, right? The vacuuming stuff has happened, and so it's just kind of one of these things where it's like, once all the dust is settled, once everything's in its proper place, once all of this is kind of past the like, oh my God, I'm here zone, to get everything set, clean, and ready to go for the foreseeable future, which is going to be great to be able to sit there and have that as something that I can kind of just have be settled after this weekend, which would be phenomenal. Plus, there's a tremendous amount of good football on with, conference championships, and then obviously the NFL on Sunday as well. But I do have an NFL game tonight, which I forgot about, so I may watch that live if I can sneak that in. We'll see. Changing up schedules a little bit, though. I know for the last probably 6 months, a year, that I have been posting pretty late. And so looking at kind of the way that the day is starting to stack up regularly for me inside the job, with me being up at 7 a.m., being on this company-wide phone call at 10:30, I'm thinking more and more that after the phone call is done, that I'm going to take that next half hour and do the vlog edit, export, all of that stuff. And then hopefully get the uploads back around 2 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. here in Arizona. So if I can start to nail that down as being kind of like the regular kind of thing, I think I'll feel better about it. And additionally, instead of releasing at midnight when nobody's on, or 2 a.m. Eastern, like I may see an uptick in more friends checking in on it. Instead of having it be something that, like, oh, hey, they see it when they open up YouTube at 10:30 or 11 a.m. the following morning. So they're 2 days back instead of being a day back. So that's what I'm thinking, but that's kind of where things are at the moment. I'm going to go run over and grab a Red Bull because I have to be productive today. I've got a lot on my plate, like I said. So I'm going to do that, and since the closest place for me to grab one, oddly enough, is the grocery store, I'm going to grab a couple of grocery items as well. Which I guess is like a mixed blessing, because I know I'm not going to be getting those 16-ounces as much as I enjoy them. I'll be going with the 12s since they're the only ones that are in their cooler case. And on top of that is that, like, oh, hey, I can get olive oil so I can make pasta and cook off the rest of the chicken tonight. So stuff like that. Should be good, though. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's get today started. All right, guys, 3 o'clock now. Cleaned out the interior lens there. Hopefully that gets a little bit cleaner. Notice that some of the shots were looking pretty washed out yesterday. Been a real busy day, just crushing to-do list items, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Ideally, I'd like to get 2 more done, plus a couple caption reviews. We'll see. It's a big ask between here and really 6:30 is when I should call it a day, but knowing me, if I'm not at my steps and I still got to be at that computer in order to get them, probably just triple down on that and get one more video done. So, kind of the target. Just wanted to get away from the screen for a little bit. Obviously, fire station right down the street. It's a regular occurrence that happens. So yeah, that's the deal. And just wanting to get a little time away from the screens because I need it every once in a while.
Well, it's not quite chicken parm. It's the leftover chicken, or the chicken that needed to be cooked off from last night. Pasta, marinara sauce. Should be decent. It smelled great coming off of the stove. And a football game on TV. Always a winner.
8:30 at this point, guys, and kind of in this weird kind of wind down zone. I have no interest in the football game, even though it's an NFC East game. I've had it on in the background, right? I watched it while I was eating dinner, and like literally was just like not interested, which is a rarity for me, but it does tend to happen at the later ends of the season, later stages when games don't really have impact any longer. I mean, I know that this is like a must-win for either one of these two teams in order to have a shot at the playoffs, but I don't know. Just not into it. So what have I been doing? The answer is that anytime there's a commercial break on, when I was watching it, I would start to unpack a box. So I'm down 2 more boxes. Smaller ones, not the bigger ones. The bigger ones will take a little more time. I'm hoping to try and get one more done tonight would be ideal. But I sat there and I stopped after finishing the second one, and just started to read Tools of Titans again because I wanted to. So I've got a number of different books now that I want to read, and it's fun, and it's nice to be able to add all those to my Amazon wish list in case friends or family want to get me a gift. Like, it's really simple for them to be like, okay, cool, $15. It's already, he wants it, it's clearly stated, so it is what it is. So that's kind of it. Like, I mean, I know that I'm going to be up for another 2.5, 3 hours. I did get Clintus's captions back, I will say that much, and I did do the line leveling on them. So I'll do a final review on those at some point tonight. And I've just been thinking more and more about kind of what I want, oddly enough, and kind of what's going to happen. That stated, I did commission a designer to do some work for me for my business, which is great. Get that all taken care of. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe this is the next stage. Maybe it's not. Any which way. It's all positive, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm going to jump back into a couple more chapters here before I go take care of Clint's captions. And then I think I may go for a walk because I'm so close to closing all 3 rings that if I literally just walked to the corner about a block and a half away and back, that I'd probably finish all 3 for the day. So that would be a win. 9:30. Sitting back down on the couch because I've been standing up for the last, 25, 30 minutes, working on Clintus's caption final review. About 10 minutes in on the 19-minute episode, so yeah, it is what it is. I've had a really kind of interesting just day. Like, I look at all the stuff that I got done today, and I'm like, holy crap, like, I did a ton. And then there's part of me that's like, well, like, I could go close 3 rings if I just walked to the end of the block and back. And I'm like, I should go put on some shoes and make that happen. And I was just like, I don't know. It's still early enough that I might do it. But it's just like one of these things where I'm like, I'm looking around at everything and like, all right, like, if I knock out like this one thing and that one thing and these 2 things all come together, then today's already a huge win. I'm just excited for things. I'm in a good spot. I'm in a really good spot emotionally, physically, environmentally. Like this, I can't tell you guys how many times like I sit there and like I will like come out of the office, or I'll pop into the bathroom and I'll come back out into the kitchen and just I'm like, this is my apartment? Holy crap. Like, I'm so fortunate. And then additionally, I don't have to pay rent tomorrow, which is a huge win because of the negotiation that I did, and then forwarding all of the discount money up front, so I have that 6 weeks of no rent, so I don't have to pay a cent to stay in here for next month. And obviously getting paid today and then the 2 paychecks I'll get between here and the end of the year really put me in a position like where financially I can take some swings, be it at the debt, or be it, hey, I want to do some Facebook advertising for the business, or hey, I want to work with a copywriter instead of trying to write the copy myself. That could be interesting. So, but yeah, break over. Time to go back to work on Clintus's stuff. Doing the vlog edit here real quick, and noticed that there's no end clip for today's vlog. So from the future, this is Cade. Obviously, or not so obviously, I did go out and walk to the end of the block and back, completed all 3 rings, did all that stuff, came back here, read some more Tools of Titans, went to bed around 1 a.m. I don't know where the clip went that I recorded all this, but it is what it is. Hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you so much for the time and attention. I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.